Hey guys, welcome to another Life and Student Ministry video post. My name is Tim Schmoyer, and I'm here with a guy named Russ Bowen. He is the youth director here at Williams Memorial United Methodist Church in Texarkana, Texas. And I love hanging out with Russ and his youth ministry, and we're at a lock-in right now, actually, bringing in the new year with a bunch of teenagers about 15 minutes ago. But we stepped off to the side, and because I wanted you to hear a little bit from Russ about some ways that making missions like a lifestyle in your ministry. He's got a couple good ways he wants to share with you guys today.
Yeah. Basically, what started kind of my, I guess you would call it an obsession, with forming youth that view missions as a lifestyle more than just a once a year thing. Someone mentioned something along the way that we're kind of raising a generation that is becoming chair Christians, and I'm probably butchering their words, but it's just kind of we're raising this generation of Christians that they think that being a Christian is just about coming to church and filling a chair.
Yeah.
And so, I started thinking of ways and got advice from people about how to change that, and what to do in order to change that. And so I just wanted to throw out a couple ideas here of ways that you can make missions more than just a once a year thing, and have a youth group that's a bunch of chair Christians. And our best intentions can often go awry or whatever, and we can't do all the work, but we can at least model something that lets them know that this is important, and what we're doing outside of church is just as important as what we're doing inside church. So the tip number one is just do a mission trip. If you're not doing a mission trip right now, do one, and make it a big deal. Mission trips change lives, as you know, and as anybody who's ever gone on a mission trip knows. That mission trips just have a way of opening people up and breaking down barriers.
Yeah, and they don't have to be like real long or expensive or anything. You can do like a weekend thing, or it could even be in your own community, or it could even be the Facebook or something too.
Oh yeah, and it's just any way that you can get them to start realizing that they can do something.
Yeah,
it's just kind of one of those realizations that's the realization, is that I'm useful.
Yeah.
And so that's the really cool thing about mission trips of any sort, is that they realize that they have something to give, because a lot of times with teenagers they feel like it's a hurry up and wait thing, and that they can't give anything to church because they don't have a paycheck. And so realizing that there's more to it than that. Yeah. So tip number one was trips. Just do a trip, make it a big deal, or do a couple trips during the year. The second tip, find a local soup kitchen or someplace to go serve, maybe a homeless shelter, sorting through clothes that are donated, serving once a month, serving once a year. Just get your kids out there and help them to realize that their community has needs. A lot of times we kind of sweep that stuff under the rug and try to forget about that. We have problems in our town, but and if you don't know what the soup kitchen is, ask around. I'm sure there's one in just about every town. Yeah. Or something you can help with on that level. The third thing, and we do this as a monthly mission event or fundraiser or something during our time at youth group, and we meet on Sunday nights. I know some people do Wednesday nights, whatever, but we do once a month, and we take that time to do missions for something. And so we'll go help at an orphanage, or we'll raise money for this charity or something like that. And it's really easy to find stuff around town. Google search is amazing, what you can find out about your own community that you've lived in for a year or 10 years.
So you usually just pass a plate around and ask for donations, or you guys dialogue? Or?
A few different things. I try not to do the fundraising because it feels sometimes it's kind of passive. One thing that I found that was really cool last year was raise money or get soccer balls donated, and then they get sent to Iraq, which was a really cool thing, and the kids just ate it up, because it was just like, wow, I can't believe this ball that I'm holding in a month is going to be in Iraq with a kid in Iraq.
Yeah.
And that was just a really cool thing. But fundraisers are good as long as you can find kind of a hands-on thing that's going on, that it's just not, like you said, the passing the plate, because that's kind of, you're just picking my pocket,
Yeah, like I know some youth groups have done, like in Compassion Child, they'll support them together, then once a month they'll kind of pass a plate around and pray for that kid and try to raise funds to support them.
Yeah.
I've been in one youth group that did try that back in Pennsylvania, and be honest, it didn't really work.
Yeah.
So it seemed like it's always coming out of the ministry budget rather than the kids coming.
Right.
But I know other groups have had tremendous success with that, and that might be something you guys could maybe worth exploring or talk about with your kids, and maybe sponsoring a kid from Compassion or something. Keep that missions mindset. Youth group also.
Definitely, and realize it's not about flying colors success. It's about instilling that idea that there's something more than just coming to church on a Sunday night or coming to church on a Wednesday night or something. Yeah. And plugging that in their brain and getting that seed planted is really important.
Yeah.
So the fourth tip, get behind a course or a cause, and back it for a year. Our conference in Texas did a really cool thing where we backed Nothing But Nets for a year, and it was just kind of really cool to hear all the ideas of raising money and getting people to where they really knew, and you could just say that and they knew exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So it kind of got it, and we still have people asking, what are we going to do to raise more money for that, even though we're not really pushing it anymore. Yeah. And so it's just kind of one of those things that people get excited about if you let them know what's going on, and educating them is really important with stuff like that. Yeah. The last tip I have is model it yourself. Volunteering in your community, volunteering in your church, in a ministry, in a mission area, whatever it is really important, because it lets them know that you're not just talking about this, that you mean it, and that it's important to you. And the other thing is, as a person who's in ministry, I'm sure you know, a lot of times you just get burned out. You get tired of being in charge. You get tired of just being the one who's got to figure out all the details. And so volunteering in an area of your church is really cool, because it lets you step back and it lets you realize this is why I do ministry. And you really get to just soak it up instead of worrying about, do I have enough pizza? Do I have enough drink? Do I have enough,
in the lock-in right now.
Right. And so I'm sure, it's just one of those really cool things. Volunteering really lets you know what's going on, and it's a refreshing time. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Russ. Appreciate your time. And I'm going to give away a free youth ministry resource right now. Guys, I'm still just giving away stuff that I have in my youth ministry closet at church. I'm not using it anymore, and so I would just love to give it to you guys if it's something you can use. And again, as always, be the first person to comment here below this video at timschmoyer.com, and I'd love to send you guys each of these resources every week, free of charge. This week, it is this book, The Best of Josh McDowell, Ready Defense, and it's over 60 vital lines of defense for Christianity, topically arranged for easy reference. So this is a pretty thick book, as you can see, talking about, is the Bible reliable, and answering Jesus' critics and answering the Bible's critics, and questions about other religions, and the questions about Christianity and Christian experience, all that. So if this is a book you can use, let me know below. First person to comment gets it. I'll send it to you free of charge, thanks to teenlifeministries.com. Teenlifeministries.com has just tons of resources, 15 plus years of just tons of resources these two youth pastors have been collecting and compiling and putting together for you, that they've been writing for a long time. So check them out. Also want to invite you to the live YM talk this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Click on the live YM talk here at the top of timschmoyer.com. You see it in the black banner bar right at the top. And we're having Dale Tadlock is going to be our guest. He's been in ministry for 20-some years, and he's going to share from his experience and his wisdom and insights about longevity in youth ministry, especially when it gets tough. How do we handle that? So join us. Love to have you 2 p.m. Eastern time for that live conversation online. Hope you guys have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.